Come on, baby. Smooth out the wrinkles. There we go. Oh, my God. My wife's on vacation. Oh. I just want to die. Throw me in a box and just slam the lid down. I'm ready. I'm ready for death. We're gonna paint the living room, and we're gonna hang this, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna move that, and oh yeah, all right, that's great. Hang. I'll be hanging in the closet. Yeah, by a rope. I just want to be left alone. Do you understand what it's like? You ever sit there when it's a beautiful day out, and there was like no humidity the other day, and I'm sitting there with a spackle knife like this, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm 44 years old. I'm half dead. There's a beach out there somewhere. And I'm over here with a spackle knife, trying to paint a wall. For what? I just don't get it. I just don't get, like, what am I doing? You ever go into somebody's house and the house looks like it's about to fall on your head? That person's got it figured out, believe it or not. If you know a guy who's constantly mowing the lawn and toiling with his house and fixing that, and this has got to be just right, and that's a maniac! Because it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Am I wrong here? Am I screwed up in the head? I don't know. And then we're going to Fire Island. And I'm like, all right, I'll go to Fire Island. Listen, you come to Long Island, you got to go to another island. So we got to go to Fire Island. We got this thing on Long Island where you take the ferry out into the bay. You go across the bay and you go to Fire Island, which is on the ocean, right? It's where all the gays like to hang out. It's true. Fire Island's known for, like, their gay community. Oh yeah, the gays. You know the gays, the superheroes of the new millennium. Yeah, the guys that could do no wrong now. They're all over the news. They're like, on every talent show judge alive has got to be gay for some reason now. Whatever. Yeah, but when you go to, I got news for you. When you go to Fire Island, we used to go to Fire Island as kids. Not kids, in our early 20s. It was the place to go. You go to drink and whatnot. But God forbid you have too much to drink and you pass out on the side of the road. Oh, yeah. The gays will get you. They bring you to a place called the Meat Rack. It's like a tree down in the grove there. They tie you up to the tree and they all rail you in the ass. The horror. Oh, yeah. Oh, please. What, are you kidding me? You think that was the big thing? It's like, oh, man, don't pass out on the side of the road. They get you. It's like the end of Ghost when those shadow creatures come and they grab you and the guys are like, ah! Yeah, they pull you up. They tie you to the meat rack. And then it's game on, buddy. You'll be walking around the next day like you ran the Kentucky Derby. Christ's sake. Oh, you know what happened, too, because you'd be on the ride home on the ferry. There was always that one kid in the corner crying. like with his head in his hands, like, why did I do it? Why did I come here? Oh, the horror. The horror. So we go to Fire Island. We get on the ferry, go to Fire Island. Why do I have somebody... Listen, you got to understand something here, all right? This ferry probably goes back and forth. They got like 5 of them, and they go back and forth across the bay probably 30 times a day, like a taxi. We're talking about maybe a 15, 20-minute ride across the bay. All right, if you've ever seen the Great South Bay, it's like a fucking lake. There's no rough waters here. You understand? And some moron starts clapping when the ferry... It happened twice, on the way there and on the way back. Some moron started clapping. And for some reason, because this asshole started clapping, everybody's got to start clapping! You're not flying the space shuttle to the moon! It's a ferry ride. It's like when the plane lands... I can't take it. I can't take people anymore. You're going to clap for a ferry ride? We're alive! We made it! So we get down there. We get on the beach. You know, I get my chair in the sand there. And I start dumping beers down my throat. All right? Like the fucking mulag that I am. And, you know, it's great. And then I look over at my son, and I see my son there, and he's kind of like moping around. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. I said, you know, let me get up and do something with him for once in my life, you know, and try to actually be a father instead of sitting there like a fucking alcoholic. So I say, hey, Tony, you want to build a sandcastle? So he's like, yeah. So we go to the shore. So I wind up trying to build a sandcastle, but the waves, I thought I was in a good spot. Every once in a while, it was like I was getting this rogue wave every 2 seconds that was blasting my sandcastle over. So I'm like, you know, fuck this. I dig a hole. I just start digging a hole. And when the surf comes up, it fills with water, and it's like a little swim pool. So my son's going bananas, jumping up and down in the water. I said, oh, this is a knockout out of the park. I said, I only got to do this for a couple more minutes, then I can go back to my fucking alcoholism. He's having a great time. Next thing you know, I see a kid 2 blankets down, my son's age, and he's like, Dad, I want to go, like in the pool of water. So the father looks at me. I'm like, hey, come over, come in the pool. And his father's like, no, we're going to make one over here. It's like, he looked like he was into it. It looks like fun. We'll make one over here. Okay. He starts digging a hole. And the woman, like 15 feet back, like far away. We're talking 15 feet away. Goes, don't do that there. And the guy's like, what? She's like, don't do that there. And she goes, I came here to look at the water, not to watch you build a sandcastle. So the guy's like, are you serious? And then he kind of laughs and then keeps on digging a sandcastle. She goes, I thought I told you not to do that here. You gotta love the fucking Long Island trash. Now, let me tell you what we're dealing with here. Okay? We're dealing with late 40s, early 50-year-old woman, okay, one-piece bikini, fucking, with the ass cheeks that hang down to the back of her knees. You understand? She's fucking shot. She's sitting there with her husband. Her husband's like the fucking guy from Jaws. Remember when Martin's in his beach chair and he's trying to look at the water? And he has that big fucking gorilla come up to him with he's got like the mantan the whole can of mantan all over his body. He comes up to Marty. He's like, hey, Marty, I want to talk to you. You know, the guy has his truck parked in front of my shop and this and that and the other thing. And Marty's like trying to look around him because he thinks there's a fucking shark attack happening. Her husband looks like that guy. You know, he's got the fucking veneer teeth and this type of thing. She's got the hoop earrings and the sunglasses, and she thinks she's a fucking movie star, but she's nothing but a waste of a heartbeat. So she's sitting there under a chair, and now the guy's like, now they're arguing, right? And this is escalating. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, where's my phone? I got my swim trunks on. I gave my phone to my wife. And I see where this is going. And I look out to my wife, and she's in the water, and I'm trying to flag her in, and she's like, anyway. It gets to the point where I could tell the guy realized that he's having this argument, and he looks down at his son, and he realizes that maybe this isn't worth it. So he goes, come on, son, we'll go somewhere else. And he grabs the bucket, and he starts walking away, but I see his head get like cherry red. I could tell this guy is just sizzling inside. And finally he turns around and he takes about 3 steps back at her and he goes, you know something? You're a real fucking cunt. If you could see the horns come out of my head, I was like, so check it out. Oh my God. So I look over at her, and what does she do? She does the classic fucking woman move. She looks at her husband like, are you gonna let him talk to me like that? Poor fucking guy. And the guy's like, you could tell when the guy said it that the husband was like, well, you know, he's kind of got a point. So he gets the look from the wife. Let me tell you something. A woman will get you killed. Oh, yeah. Guys have an ego, man. It's the most dangerous thing a man can have is an ego. Oh yeah, it'll get you killed. Or it'll make you do something very stupid, or it'll make you lose a lot of money. Go ahead, feed that ego, baby. It's one thing Bithead 1000 doesn't have. It's an ego! And I'm proud of that. Anyhow. So the guy launches out of his beach chair. The husband launches out of his beach chair, gets in the guy's face. Next thing you know, they're like, oh yeah, I'll knock you the fuck out. This, that, the other thing. You're a scumbag, piece of shit. They're going back and forth. Little boy's right here. Another guy comes running over. Hey, what are you doing? You don't talk like that in front of a child. And he's like, oh, fuck you, this, that. Now he's fuck you. Now his brother, that guy's brother or friend comes running over. And he's in the mix. And then these 3 Spanish girls that were down, like, far away. They come over. You really shouldn't be talking in front of a child like that. Everybody just wanted to get in. And the next thing you know, I swear to you, it was over a dozen people that were just yelling at each other. And nobody had any idea why they're yelling at each other. Half the people there don't even know why this incident started to begin with. It was the most hilarious group of fucking trash you've ever seen in your life. Let me tell you something right now. That made my whole trip. It really did. And again, I'm trying to wave my wife in from the water, and there she is. Oh, my Christ. Yeah. So then, nothing violent happened. It kind of simmered down, and then everybody went to their respective places. Okay? And then what happens? Here comes the fucking Fire Island police. You ready for this? How many cops do you think show up? 6. I didn't even know they had 6 cops on this fucking island. 6 cops show up to the beach. They got the notepads out. They're taking notes. They're getting reports from everybody on what happened. They're talking to him. They're talking to her. They're talking to witnesses all around. You would have thought this was like the Kennedy assassination. Oh, yeah, this was like big news. I'm like, Fire Island Police, what the fuck are they, what is their dinner conversation when they go home? Oh, honey, how was your day? Oh, it was rough. This guy, he spilt a fucking tube of sunscreen. Yeah. We had to call the maintenance guy and everything, write a report. I mean, what's going on? You could tell this was like the big news of the day down there. Oh, my God. Get me off of Long Island with these fucking... surrounded by retards. Oh, what are we talking about here? Went to garage sales. Went to this one garage sale and something very rare happened. Huh. $25 for the game stuff?
Yeah, all set.
This box of Super Nintendo stuff on the table. You just never find this stuff on the table. You usually got to ask about it, but it's on the table there. And I saw this, and I saw the price on the box, $25 for all. I said to the guy, $25 for everything here? He goes, yeah. I didn't try to hit him over the head. I didn't try to talk him down. I don't know what it was. Low testosterone this day. All right? Sometimes I just don't even feel like it. Like negotiating. I'm like, $25. This is a fair deal. Okay? But I gotta get everything for a fucking penny? Here we go. I didn't even look at the games. I flipped through. I looked at a couple of them. I don't know, but I'm saving them for us, you know, so we can hold hands together and look at them, because that's the way it should be. And I truly mean that. I really do. That's the way it should be. Oh, it's a nice little Super Nintendo. How about that? Yeah. Pretty clean. Get all this stuff out of the way first. 2 controllers, wires, blah, blah, blah. A Game Genie. Wow, this is neat. This is neat. A Game Genie. Look at this. Super Nintendo Game Genie. Oh, yeah. You know what the Game Genie was like? The Game Genie was really, really an incredible. I mean, how does this thing work? This was magic, guys. It really was. And now, I never had Game Genie for anything, but I believe the original Nintendo. Oh, yeah. What Game Genie did was it breathed new life into old video games. Games you couldn't beat, games you got stuck or whatnot. You would pop the Game Genie in, and it was like you had a whole new game again. You had a whole new excitement for playing it. Yeah, and you can beat games that you could never beat before. So this was very exciting. I mean, this Game Genie was, for me, it was a last resort thing. I would never use it on a new game. Look at that. Remember, you know the classic manual. Come on. This is like a lot of paperwork in here. Look at that. Huh? Game Genie. X-Lay. Desert Strike. All these games that you can use it on. RoboCop 3. Ba-ba-ba. I still want to know, if you use the Game Genie, oh yeah, anybody out there who has the original Nintendo Game Genie with the book, I'm sitting there on the toilet reading the Game Genie book, because that's my life. And it says for Google 13, there's an asterisk that says do not use the Game Genie during, or do this with the Game Genie for this game. And I'm like, why not? What's going to happen? And I always wanted to test it out. I never did. Check it out. Check your Game Genie book for Google 13. It's the only game that has that asterisk. What does it do? Fry the game? Fuck it. Fry the Game Genie? Fuck it. I got a story I could tell to my grandkids. Here we go. Alright, we'll blow through these. Super Mario World? Look, they even, some of them, well, they had the plastic cover on the bottom. Wow. I don't think I've ever played this before. Paperboy 2. Wow. Listen, once Super Nintendo came out, it was a cool thing to play Paperboy on the original NES. Or maybe, no, not even the Atari Lynx. But once we got to Super Nintendo times, I had no interest in playing any type of Paperboy. There were too many options by that point. Oh, Paperboy was great in the arcade. But once it came to Super Nintendo, I had so many other things I wanted to see. Take your Paperboy and shove it. F-Zero? What am I going to tell you about F-Zero at this point that you don't already know? Mute City Music. Oh yeah, Mute City Music. Roll it! Shut it off! Home Alone? I remember renting this. With Phil's rental code, M&M Video, 621. Yeah. I don't know why. Home Alone was such a phenomenon. You know, I never seen the fucking movie. Yeah. Never saw it. The movie was such a phenomenon. And I just remember, for some reason, I guess Phil wanted to rent it. Or maybe we both wanted to rent it because the movie was so big. That movie was so big. Super Play Action Football. God. When Rex got his Super Nintendo, he got John Madden Football for it. And I got news for you right now. John Madden Football sucked. The original John Madden Football for the Super Nintendo. I'm sorry, it just sucked. It was slow. Remember when you would do the spin move? You do the spin move and the guy would be like this? It would take him like 3 days to spin around. Oh my God. And he used to love playing John Madden Football. And I remember I used to sit there and watch. And I'm like, we got Super R-Type over here. We got Final Fantasy 2 over here. And you want to play fucking John Madden football? Come on! Come on. Christ almighty. We got another Super Mario World. NBA Jam. Yeah, that was a big time game. Big time game. I don't have to tell you how big the arcade was. Monopoly. Oh, haha, right. Oh, nice. Gradius 3. She's a beauty. She is a beauty on the Super Nintendo. Yeah, I mean, Gradius 3, come on. It's hard. It's tough. It ain't easy. It's not easy, but this is a beautiful game. Graphically a beautiful game. Music is just outstanding. Oh, isn't it cool to hear the Gradius music on the Super Nintendo? I think so. Sip of coffee for Gradius on the Super Nintendo. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, just Jesus Christ. I didn't even know. Here we go. Home Alone 2. Alone in New York City. Here we go. This guy really liked this Home Alone. What are you going to do? You got a Super Game Boy in there. Pretty neat. This is great. This is great. Right? I'm talking about not now, because let's face it, you can play all your Game Boy games however the fuck you want them, right? Emulator, stick it in your Retron fucking 5 or whatever. We have no problem playing Game Boy games on the big screen. But this was quite a peripheral back in the day. Am I wrong? I never had it. I didn't know anybody that had it. But come on. This is a nice deal for Nintendo to put out. I'm a fan of that. Big time. And Spider-Man, X-Men. My eyesight's going. Arcade's Revenge. I don't know. There you go. So there you have it. That's a Super Nintendo with... Look, you can't even stack these games, huh? They're all over the place. All right, here we go. Oh! Jesus Christ. I know, Super Game Boy on the bottom, right? I know, you guys know everything. Here we go. That's what we got here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, a dozen. A dozen Super Nintendo games. And a Super Nintendo. For 25. I didn't think that was too bad. Alright. Wow. This next garage sale that we went to, this guy's got boxes of video game stuff out on the... Now, number one, I get there, it's like 10:30. There's boxes of video game stuff out on the table. I walk out, there's a Nintendo with some games. There's a N64 with games, PlayStation 2. There's a Sega Genesis with games. So already, and there's people all over the place. So already I know this guy is overcharging. You understand? Well, this shit would have been gone already. So to be honest with you, I just listened to what they were talking about. When somebody was asking about the Nintendo box and Nintendo stuff, it was the original Nintendo with like Gotcha, Duck Hunt, Jack Nicklaus Golf. It was this type of stuff we're talking about here. They wanted $50 for it. It was like 5 games and a Nintendo. So I'm like, oh. Anyhow. Then I come across this box right here. I gotta take this out. And listen, buddies, I don't know about you. I see a box of ColecoVision games, and it's like seeing my childhood. Do you understand? For any new viewers out there, ColecoVision's the first console I ever played. It's not the first console I ever played. It's the first console I ever owned. And to see this is just like bring me back to 1982. You know? Honestly. Turn on TV 55. You know? Let's listen to fucking Kool and the Gang. No, it wasn't Kool and the Gang. What was the song? Cool it now. You got to cool it now. Don't lose control. Cool it now. You got to cool it now. Beep, 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 boom, ba. Who was that? New Edition. New Edition, baby. Or Menudo. Remember Menudo? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, Spanish music's all the rage now on the radio. I know. It's all over. I mean, you even get commercials on TV that are in Spanish now. I'm sitting there and I'm like, what? Why? What? Nothing to me is more aggravating. Sorry, I don't have any tolerance for it. Anyhow, Menudo. Remember Menudo? You got to a certain age, they fucking booted you out of the band. It was like New Kids on the Block. If they got rid of these assholes by the time they turned like 21. Remember, you had to be all young in Menudo. You imagine that in Menudo, like you're surrounded by girls, you're probably getting laid and blown all over the place, and then they're like, "Hey, listen, Juan, come here. You're out of the band. You're too old now." Oh my God. Talk about crying into your soup. What are you gonna do? Here we go. ColecoVision games. Let's burn through these, all right? Because there's a lot of them here. I said to the guy, "How much for the ColecoVision games?" There's like 20 in here. He said $1 a game. I said, "Will you take $10 for the box?" Nobody's touching Coleco games, guys. I'm sorry. Nobody was even. The box was like on the side. Nobody's even looking at them. He goes, "Fine." Here we go. Donkey Kong Jr. Oh, yeah. Mr. Do. Oh, yeah. Mousetrap. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you something about ColecoVision. They did Pac-Man clones right. Because there was no Pac-Man on ColecoVision, right? But fuck them. Because you had Ladybug, number one, blows Pac-Man away any day of the week. I think Ladybug is the greatest Pac-Man clone of all time. I wouldn't even call... It's a Pac-Man clone. That's fucking great. What was that little song? It had that little song, that catchy tune, too, when you used to play Ladybug. Remember that? Let me tell you something. If I had an arcade, give me some fucking money already. Give me money! I want an arcade with Ladybug. Pac-Man. Sick of it already. It's overrated. Everybody with their Pac-Man. Ladybug. When's the last time you heard somebody talk about Where's the Ladybug t-shirts? Pencil cases. Ladybug, not Pac-Man. And Mousetrap. Mousetrap was a gem too. Well, if I don't have Ladybug in here now, I'm going to be pissed. Centipede. This is for Atari. Donkey Kong. You want to talk about ports from the arcade. You understand? Coleco was doing it, baby. This was almost like arcade perfect port. Coleco was doing it. Another Mr. Do. Another Donkey Kong Jr. Pepper 2. Okay. Another Mousetrap. Action RPG, anybody? Venture? Action RPG. How about... Oh, and here we are. Ladybug. Yeah, baby. This is action-packed. Remember you used to have to spell... What were you spelling? Ladybug for bonus points and multipliers. Oh, you could get that score rocking, baby. Rocking. I know I had legendary games at Ladybug. Oh, please. I know I did. That and Carnival. I had legendary games. I didn't even know it. Side-scrolling shooters. I mean, you're talking about ColecoVision, baby. We're talking about 1981 side-scrolling shooter, Cosmic Avenger. Used to go down and shoot. It was like you were in Seattle. They had like the Space Needle over here, or it was like Saudi Arabia. With those buildings sticking up out of the ground, you drop your bombs on them. You understand? Zaxxon. Oh, I was the fucking man at Zaxxon. I remember when I first played Zaxxon, I kept on crashing into that fucking white wall. You know that white wall that you have to go through? Because I couldn't get the concept of this isometric view. Where did you see isometric views? Congo Bongo? Perhaps? But Zaxxon, I was like, how do I get through this fucking hole in the wall? It took me a while to figure out. Oh, you knew, right? Yeah, I know. It's fucking 1982, all right? Sorry, I'm only 6 years old. But you knew, yeah. Smurf Rescue in Gargamel's Castle. Graphically, you couldn't touch this game for the time. Here we go, 1982. Yeah. Graphically, this game was top-notch. Top-notch. Donkey Kong. Again. Oh my God, what a phenomenon. Here we go, 1984. Remember this? Cabbage Patch Kids? You guys remember the Cabbage Patch craze? Remember when all these fucking Long Island fucking Skaminkies would go out to Manhattan to go get like the Cabbage Patch Kid from the factory? You know, remember they had the big thing set up there, like you could see your Cabbage Patch Kid being born. It would come out of like a lettuce thing. Come on. Yeah, go ahead. Go to fucking Manhattan and pay $400 for a Cabbage Patch Kid, you dummy. Oh my God, Cabbage Patch Kids with now I love it. You see them at garage sales. People can't even sell them for $1 in the box. They're completely worthless now. Remember they had the fucking signature on the ass or something like that? Cabbage Patch Kids had no ass. They were just like sewn across the legs. What a phenomenon that was. Honestly, what did it take a doll maker to build a Cabbage Patch Kid? 70 cents? And they were cranking these things out. Imagine the money. Who made the Cabbage Patch Kid? Yeah, original trademark. I don't know. Was it Mattel? I don't know. I got news for you. Smurf, another Smurf. What are you gonna do? Oh, look at this. Look at this. The Atari Pac-Man. Yeah. What's this? Another Atari game? Kaboom is in there. Yeah. Burger Time. Yeah. Burger Time. I never played Burger Time on ColecoVision. I'm gonna guess that it's a very faithful port from the arcade. I'm gonna guess. I know, what is it? The Intellivision has the nice version of Burger Time. I haven't played this yet, so I don't know. Another Mr. Do. This one's really nice. Look at that. So, here we go. Another Donkey Kong. Here we go. Turbo. The official Turbo by Sega. Yeah. Remember this game? You had the wheel. You could use the wheel, the pedal. My next door neighbor had it. I always wanted to borrow it. He wouldn't let me borrow it. He did let me borrow Frontline with the special controller. What was it? The Super Action controller. Oh, yeah, with all the buttons. Time Pilot. Time Pilot. And another Donkey Kong Jr. What are you going to do? No looping in there. Remember that? Remember looping? I remember when my parents bought me the ColecoVision. Guess why? Because it was going out of business. And they got it for a song. Yeah. So that Christmas I got my ColecoVision. And I remember the first time going to Toys R Us to buy another game for it. And I'm so excited. Here I am. I'm going to go into Toys R Us. Because you go into Toys R Us, you see the Atari games. They were draped across the wall. Hundreds of them. I said, oh my God. I'm going to go pick out a game for my ColecoVision. It's going to be pick of the litter. Rex is going to be so jealous because he has a ColecoVision, right? And I've been playing his ColecoVision for the last 10 years. So now I got my own. I'm going to pick a game. We go there. There's 2 games left. It's fucking out of commission, baby. Out of business. The salesperson comes up to us. He's like, yeah, we got looping and we got James Bond. And I remember my father was like, oh, there must be some kind of mistake here. Did you check behind the counter? It was fucking out of business. You couldn't buy a game for it. And I remember I picked James Bond. Of course. And what a smart decision that was, because that was a fucking great game. Looping? Ugh. All right, here we go. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 ColecoVision games for $10. I'm sorry, I'm in. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I honestly don't. I don't have room. But I'm not leaving them there. You understand? If you tell me, what would you rather have? Would you rather have $10 or 22 ColecoVision games? I'm in! Sip of coffee for ColecoVision. Yeah. Oh, yeah. yeah. So here we go. I say to the guy, because he's got video games all over the place. I say to the guy, hey, you got any other video games? He's like, I got a whole bunch. So I say to him, you got any TurboGrafx? He goes, yeah, I got some TurboGrafx. He goes in the house, he comes out, he goes, I thought I had TurboGrafx. I don't have TurboGrafx. I said, he goes, I got a lot of stuff. He goes, rare stuff, everything. I said, oh yeah, rare stuff? I said, you got Atari Jaguar? He goes, listen, if I'm going up to you and you're telling me you got video games, all right, I'm asking for TurboGrafx, baby, and I'm hunting down some Atari Jaguar lately. I don't know what it is, all right? I want Atari Jaguar games. I really do. I hated the system. I didn't hate the system growing up. I hated it. It wasn't that I hated it. I couldn't believe how ripped off I got when I bought I didn't get ripped off, let's face it. I bought Atari Jaguar when it was going out of business. I paid $39 for it. Brand new in the box. And then subsequently, I bought all the games for like $5 a piece. Brand new in the box. But I couldn't believe this 64-bit system was so horrendous. I couldn't believe it. And I talked about this a million times. I would just buy games, one after another, and be like, I can't believe it. Another bad game. Another bad game. Yeah, another bad game. I'm like, this is 64-bit. And I would laugh. I didn't even care that I was getting hosed. I bought so many games for it. I lie to you not, 30 games for it? Yeah. And one game was worse than the next. Once in a while, you'd have a game that was playable. Rayman, this type of thing. Doom. Yeah. Some rally game. But, other than that, it was like, oh my God. So, no Atari Jaguar. He goes, I got them all in the house. I said, you mind if I go in the house? He goes, I got a dog. I said, well, I'm not worried about the dog. He goes, well, I'm worried about the dog. I said, okay. But I said, there's no way you can, I'm trying to get in the guy's house now. He cracks. He goes, I'll put the dog in another room. He goes, give me a second. And he's trying to run a garage sale here, so I get it. We're under time constraints. I go in the house. The house is loaded with fucking, with video games. The living room is loaded with video games. The foyer. The hallway. The bedroom. There's boxes of video games everywhere. I was like, oh my God. I got so overwhelmed. So I start looking around and I pull out like a bunch of stuff and I say, how much for this stuff? And then out comes the cell phone. And I'm like, what is he doing? He starts checking eBay prices on every single game. He got to the third one and I was like, listen. I had to line my way out of this one because I don't know what to tell the guy. I said, listen, I'm a little overwhelmed with this right now. I said, I'm really interested in a lot more games. I said, but I'm rushing because you got a garage sale going on. I said, why don't you give me your number and I can come back when it's not so busy and we can really do this. So he's like, fine. And on the way out, he goes, is there anything in particular you're looking for? I said, Sega CD, like this type of thing. And then he goes in and he pulls out, he goes, I got these 2 Sega CD games. And one of them, and I'm like, all right, what games are you going to pull out? He pulls out one which was like the sampler that you would get with like Sega Genesis games on it. And the other one that he pulled out, and I couldn't believe it, was Soul Feast.
In the distant future, approximately 300 solar systems, including our own,
So right away, I turn around, I see this, I said, I'm not walking away without it, right? What is this, launch title? This is launch title, Sega CD shooter. Come on. Soulfeast, baby. I'm like, oh, cool, Sega CD shooter. I'm like, I'm not leaving without it. So I'm like, how much for Soulfeast? He whips out the fucking phone, and he's like, oh, I got to check. And he's like, I'll give you a break, though. He goes, I'll take 20% off of the listing price. I'm like, whatever. Anyway, we got Soulfeast we paid $10. But it's a really nice copy. You know, look at this. I mean, Sega CD games, this is how they used to come, baby. CAD board, this type of thing. Not the big fancy case or whatnot. It's in good condition. It's in really nice condition. So I'm like, oh, this is cool. I really want to play this. I do. So anyway, I don't know what I'm going to do with this guy. I got his number. To be honest with you, what am I going to do? I'm going to sit there and I'm going to come to your house and pay eBay prices when I can sit on my fucking couch and drink a beer and do it at home? Just get out of my country. Get out of my fucking country. Guys, you just tuned into the greatest video game program in the history of human civilization. And you better believe that. With a 4K face! We'll see you next time.